How do you feel?
Good. It was very good. And you released a lot of energy here. On my left leg. On my right leg.
Okay, yes, that's right. My name is Vincent Oloo, and I work with Breathe Africa International. And at Breathe Africa International, what we do is transformational breathing and other therapies, including life coaching based on NLP or neuro-linguistic programming, and family constellation. When I started with the breath work, I realized that aside from designing clothing or other outfits, it was also necessary for me to help in designing the internal, rather the infits, or rather the internal designing of individuals, which is mainly to deal with emotions, baggages, and all these kinds of stuff. I realized that this was the tool that I was going to use in my life to help people to support themselves through different ways, because as human beings we have different challenges here and there. People have gone through maybe divorce processes, people have gone through challenging lifestyles with either their parents or their colleagues at work and all these kinds of stuff.
So my name is Teresa Hanyan. I'm a Catholic missionary sister. I'm a Marianal sister. I live here with two sisters, and we do a program called Conversations for Social Change. It's a personal transformation program, which is actually how I met Vincent, because he came to our program and participated in it. And he explained who he was and about transformational breath, and invited myself and my community to his program, to a workshop. So
in the beginning of the session, we use the cards as we set the intention, and the cards are basically used to help one to get more insights into what they are asking for or what their intention is. And by shuffling the cards, most of the time people find that the card that you pick is exactly telling you what you need to achieve or what you need in your life at that particular moment.
As you've been receiving our heaven sent, we drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and never alone.
And as we make the sound, any kind of blocked energies gets released. So we make the sound as we move the body to relax the body, and also to release any kind of blockages that might be stopping you from breathing openly and freely. Music generally has healing energy in it, so we use it as a therapy by itself. And besides being the healing, having the healing energy, we also use it so that it can help you to stay with yourself. It can be so limiting when you're doing it seated, because you can only breathe for so long when seated. But when you're lying down, it's more comfortable and you feel like the ground is supporting you. So you feel really comfortable and at ease with yourself when you're lying down. So this is why we do it lying down, especially at the back. You feel like the Mother Earth is holding you and the mattress is supporting you, and you're so safe. And for me, what it did to me, it really gave me the bit or understanding of life as it is. So knowing that I live for a purpose, there is a reason to why I am here, and that reason basically is to help people live their lives to the fullest, and starting by me. So it evoked the life or aliveness within myself. And from that moment on, I decided that this is the path that I want to follow.
Because I'm very interested in transformational programs. And I was also very interested at that time in breath. I'd tried several different methods of breathing, and I was looking for something different. So when I came to the workshop for transformational breathing, I began to recognize some things that were happening inside of me, and I knew that I needed to address some of those issues as well. And I found that the transformational breathing was a very powerful process.
I realized that there is a deeper purpose in my life, and I see this in every person that I work with. I see this in every individual that I work with. I work with different kinds of people. The people who are at a very, very low level, the people who are ill, people who are healthy, the rich, the poor. It's like this work has brought me in contact with the whole of humanity, which has been my dream, but I did not know how it would come true. And
that was very helpful for me. The next thing actually I noticed though was some emotional stuff, because I've worked for many years through therapy and other methods on some of my own past trauma, and I was still having some residual reactions to things, and I realized after a couple months again that some of those reactions had dissipated and gone away. I would encounter a story or even watch a film with some disturbing elements, and I didn't have the same reaction. And I really attribute that to the process of transformational breathing as well.
Scotland and Wales, England. These are some of the countries that I never even think or rather thought that I would be able to visit. So, and it's not just visiting them because I visit them, but the main purpose of visiting these countries is to be able to bring the healing, or rather the much needed healing that is needed in these countries. And I find the same with the people that I serve here in Nairobi. And number one issue that people come in with is to find balance in their lives. Balance between work and family. Balance between spirituality and religion. And sometimes as I do these sessions, I realize that I teach myself most of the time. I meet myself in the clients. In what way do I meet myself in the clients? Because a client comes with an issue that I am personally dealing with. And through working with this client through this, and them realizing that they can find out their intention, or rather they can find out the clarity within a session, it also gives me the clarity of how to deal with my own processing.
I am now certified. I didn't think that when I started that this process would happen. I didn't start transformational breathing to become a facilitator. I started for my own personal benefit. But again, as I went through the process, I began to know more about myself, what my God was calling me to, how my higher self was moving me forward into a better, joyful and happy space. And part of that was to really work with other individuals, to share what I've learned and to help them go through a similar process as well. So I really felt called at the time to become a facilitator. So I was able to, the opportunity arose that I was able to go through the training. I've completed the training and all the certificate requirements.
We work with the physical body, we work with mental and emotional body, and we also work with spirituality. Because these three things, if they are not in balance, then me as an individual, I will not be in balance. The cells are the ones that stores these memories. When we work with you, the breath goes, or rather the oxygen goes to the cellular memory and can evoke the hidden memories that you have not been able to access in your daily life or in your conscious mind. So as we work with you, there are certain parts of the body that we exert pressure, and this helps to trigger the specific emotions that are stored in these different parts of the body. They become much lighter, and as you breathe, you are able to move them around the body and release them. So at the end of the session, what one feels is total relaxation, clear mind, lightness, and eventually many people have told me that at the end of the session what they felt was like a huge load that they were carrying has been offloaded their shoulders. The youngest person I have ever worked with has been a 4-day-old baby, and the eldest person I've worked with was, I think, 86 or 87 years old. And all these beings need breath. Us as human beings, we need breath. Currently, I'm working with cancer patients at a place called Faraja Cancer Support Trust, and it's amazing to see the process that these people go through, especially when someone is in so much pain. The more that they continue to do this work, they get more energy, and they find that the healing is taking place because the breath work complements the medicine or the medications that they take at the hospital. And aside from transformational breath, I'm at the highest level at the moment, I can say, of being senior trainer, certified senior trainer, and also facilitator. At the same time, I'm also a member of International Breathwork Foundation and the coordinator for Kenya. So I invite as many people as possible to join this breathwork foundation that is bringing all the breathworkers together to breathe together. And this event is called Global Inspiration Conference. We have people who have done this kind of works for a very long time, meeting the founders of different breathworks, people like Judith Kravitz, Leonard Orr, Stanislav Grof, who have invented different kinds of breathworks, so that we can combine them and see what does this breathwork do and what does this breathwork do, and what if we can bring all of them together. At the moment, I'm running my private practice at Jampak Plaza. This is on Gong Road, and you can also find me through the website. If you Google Vincent Oloo, it will come, or if you go to www.breathe-africa.com, you will find me. Mainly I do private sessions, so you can book a session at any time that you want, as long as we agree on the timings. I also do once in a month workshops for groups. We also organize week-long retreats for people who have both done breathwork or people who have not done. We come together and do an intensive week whereby we combine not only breathwork but also different activities to help people to get